but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
On the set. Black block. Jackrabbit. Yellow.
In motion comes the tight end left. They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll be blocked down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, the Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Complete here. It's Hyde. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
97.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Ready?
Tua now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is keep your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Herbert.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. The Vikings 9-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Vikings nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. It forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a miss...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's not cool about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this match. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down. Tua got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
6. Drill, yellow. Drill, green. Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Down. Flag red.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Okay, right? Flag blue. Okay.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Green jack.
On second and goal, Tua. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the sack, here's third and goal from the 20.
Black shot. Hey.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Tua now, third and goal.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch him on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Herbert. Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. Gano's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So able to force the fumble, but then they really couldn't move the football, Charles, and they get 3 points on it.
And they made sure they got something out of that takeaway, didn't they? Because even if they couldn't put it in the end zone, they were not going to turn the ball back to them without putting something on the scoreboard.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to...
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. Check. Right. 97. Hey.
And they send the slot in motion left. After the turnover, it's Tua. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
52 blasters.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. The slot man in motion right. On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here on the 1st down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38
yards officially, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Oh, what a move. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
He was brought down by J.T. Wood.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time. And the slot man goes in motion left. Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 25 on 2nd down, Tua. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tua going to try and throw for it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With a move down from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he's going to be out of bounds here, all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 22, Chargers 17.
Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 29, Chargers 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On first down, Justin Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert off the play action. That is taken in by Hurst. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by a Cameron Evans. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Tua now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Chargers 24.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So he's unable able to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Herbert's pass complete to Mike Williams. A game of 21 yards.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on fourth and goal?
1-yard line.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Los Angeles.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Let's go. Ultra. Go ultra.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road.